How many of these do you have? A couple years ago I had and used on a daily basis like 4 of these, and every time I wanted to watch TV or play Xbox I had to pick up each to turn the device on, set the correct input source and volume levels, etc. I probably wasted a couple days worth of time doing just that until I finally came to senses and bought my first Logitech Harmony remote. It was an absolute game changer. With a single press of a button, all my devices turned on and set the correct input. I've used the trusty 700 for a few years now, and I would probably continue using it if it wasn't for the fact that at my new place, I decided to hide all my gear in a closed cabinet. It was time to upgrade the remote game. My options were very limited. It was either the Elite or the Ultimate, which now apparently has been discontinued. I couldn't justify spending $300 for a remote, so I went with the cheaper Ultimate, which I managed to get for as little as $100. At this price, it's a steal. Why would anybody bother making a video on a discontinued product? Ultimate and Elite actually have a lot in common, so whatever you see here is applicable to both. You can still buy the Ultimate online, and as one of my favorite gadgets, it definitely deserves a video. While the 700 came with only a micro USB cable, the box with the Ultimate carries so much more. First up is the hub, which connects to your Wi-Fi network, allowing you to take control over all configured devices using a mobile app. It also acts as an IR receiver and transmitter. Then there's the remote cradle for charging and 2 mini IR blasters which connect to the hub. The set is supplemented by 2 chargers for the charging dock and the hub, a micro USB cable, and a mandatory set of instructions. Setting up the Harmony Ultimate isn't all that hard. You can do it either using Logitech's mobile app or its desktop equivalent, which you can download from myharmony.com. Connect the remote to your computer and use either of the power supplies to power the hub. Configuration starts from adding your devices. Logitech claims that it supports over 270,000 of different electronics appliances, so it's highly probable that whatever you have is on that list. Next, move on to defining what Logitech calls activities, such as watch TV or listen to music. Select devices which play part in given activity and proceed with the configuration. When configuring TV watching activity, you can also define a list of your favorite channels, but the chances are that it will be outdated and you will have to make some manual adjustments later on. A very neat feature is the option to import all configuration settings from a previously configured Logitech remote. At last, click the synchronization button and wait for the remote to take and process all the information. Now we can disconnect the remote and proceed with relocating the hub and positioning IR blasters. These are not only simple blasters, but also act as receivers. So you can hide the hub inside the cabinet and have only a small IR blaster on the display. Now use the remote to start selected activity. The remote itself is about the size of any other regular remote. It has a rubberized back and feels pretty secure in hand. About a third of the front is taken up by a touch-sensitive display. Not only it displays options corresponding to current activity, but it also features gestures allowing you to mute the sound, pause or fast forward the image, etc. There are physical buttons for each gesture, but given the shape of the remote, it's more convenient to use the display. As mentioned earlier, the remote comes with a charging cradle, and it does for a reason. While my old Harmony 700 could last for weeks without recharging, the Ultimate has to be charged once or twice a week, which isn't all that inconvenient with the cradle. The mobile app is well designed and it makes an Android or iOS phone a fully featured substitute of the remote, as long as you don't have devices which are controlled directly by the remote. If you have 3 or more remotes, you should most definitely consider getting a Logitech Harmony. I myself simply can't imagine living without one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.